It's been 4 years since Mega Construx put the first turtle on the shelf. 4 years since I first saw Leonardo in a box by the cash register at a local comic and gaming shop. Bringing out one turtle per year may not have been the best way to go about giving us all 4 of the Brothers Green, but finally, here we are. Was it worth the wait? Let's find out. Hi everyone, I'm Mac, it's Comic Book Wednesday, and this is Mega Construx, T-U-R-T-L-E Power. T-U-R-T-L-E Power, T-U-R-T-L-E Power, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. On the house shell, they're the heroes for. In this day and age, who could ask for more? The crime wave is high, with muggings mysterious. All police and detectives are furious, cause they can't find the source of this lethally evil force. This is serious, so give me a quarter. I was a witness, get me a reporter. Call April O'Neil. What started as a joke between creators Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird in 1984 would soon become, much to their excited amazement, a pop culture phenomenon that would continue to dominate the landscape for the next 3 decades, and no doubt will go well beyond. The phrase lightning in a bottle comes to mind. Comic books, role-playing games, cartoons, live-action movies, even music. There's very little in the entertainment media that the 4 brothers haven't touched. In 2018, Mega Construx started a new line of TMNT micro-action figures that were designed in the style of their original Eastman and Laird incarnations from Mirage Comics. The line started with Leonardo, and we received 1 turtle per year for the next 4 years. I'm not going to lie, that was a little tedious. Over the years since Leonardo's release, not only has the packaging changed for the turtles, but distribution has as well. The first one I found by accident at the register at my comic shop. The second one, Donatello, I ordered from Entertainment Earth. And the third and fourth ones, Raphael and Michelangelo respectively, I bought off the shelf at Walmart. So unfortunately for some, it's very possible that they were able to get Raph and Mikey, but missed out on Leo and Donnie. Part of me is hoping that now that all 4 of them are out, Mega Construx will release a 4-pack of the Turtles reminiscent of the Battle for Eternia Collector's Pack for Masters of the Universe. Getting the 4 of them out of their packaging, we see that they are molded in a darker color palette than I think we've previously been given before. Everything from their main body to the color of their shell. Also, we see the black sketch lines that cover the body. These lines not only give the figure some detail and dimension, but they also give the Turtles that great vintage look from their Mirage comic days. I love this look for the Turtles, and as far as I know, we've never received pieces from Mega Construx that look like this. Typically, the micro-action figures of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are paletted after whichever cartoon is airing at the time. In these figures, we get a bit of a grittier, darker look at the 4 brothers. The body molds of these turtles are the same, and let's be honest, that's expected, and it works for them. All body parts and the rubbery knee, wrist, and elbow pads are all of the same mold, as are their belts. Now, even though the body molds are the same, they all differ in their head sculpts, and I love this. The expressions on their faces not only are reminiscent of how they were drawn in the early 80s comic, but they are also replicas of their head sculpts from their vintage Playmate action figures. Each one has a different expression, giving at least some variation between the 4 of them other than just their weapons. This is very important if you have them all wearing their original headbands. Yes, all of them are packaged with red headbands, which is how they were originally illustrated in the first color prints in the early 80s. It wasn't until the 1987 cartoon series that the Turtles would be given their iconic individual colors that fans would come to know and love. The idea was that kids could better identify which was which if they had different signature colors rather than all wearing red. And these figures not only come with their original red headbands, but their colored ones as well. So you can display your Turtles however you want. The only one that doesn't come with a secondary headband is Raph, because, well, he wears red no matter what. Something that I really appreciate is that the white of their eyes are actually painted on their headpieces rather than being painted on the headbands. Sometimes Mega Construx paints the eyes on the headband, so if you pull the headband off, well, they were just blind. I like that if you want to, you can pop the headbands off and still display them like this. Like all Mega Construx card-backed figures, the Turtles come with display stands that have their names printed across them. However, in the 4 years it took to get the Turtles out, Mega Construx changed their display stands, so Leo and Donnie have the original rounded stands that you build, while Raph and Mikey have the newer stands. And to be honest, I do prefer Mega's new one-piece stands. I think they're more streamlined and just look better, but I do wish that for the last 2 in the series, they would have made an exception and packed in the original stands just so everything would be uniform between the 4 of them. And of course, what would the Turtles be without their weapons? In case you've been living under a rock for the past 30 years, here we go. Donatello uses the bow staff. Raph wields the twin sai, Michelangelo whips around the nunchucks, and Leonardo, well, depending on what you've been watching, he's either wielding dual katana or dual ninjakin. This figure has a slight back curve to his blades, so I'd say this one wields dual katanas, but I like it better when he's carrying two straight blade ninjakin. My biggest disappointment is that there is no place to holster their weapons. The last incarnation of the turtles we received from Mega Construx, as tragic as they were, at least got it right by giving them belt loops to carry their weapons on them. I know it wasn't planned this way, but Michelangelo, the last turtle we were waiting for, came out around the same time that the IDW Comics TMNT miniseries The Last Ronin launched. And that is pretty awesome. They just printed issue 2, and if you're a fan of the Ninja Turtles and you're not reading The Last Ronin, then you should. Get down to your comic shop and pick up the first 2 issues. I'm even thinking of doing a comic review of the series. The new micro-action figures that harken back to their original Mirage days are awesome. If you've been collecting Mega's TMNT line, then you should definitely have these 4 to add to your collection. If you're a fan of the Turtles but haven't been collecting because you didn't like the cartoon style that Mega Bloks had been putting out, then you should definitely try to track this line down. For anyone that missed some of the brothers, I really hope they bring out a 4-pack so people can just buy them up all at once. Further, Mega Construx really needs to carry this style of figures forward and give us Master Splinter, April, Casey Jones, the Foot Clan, and of course the Shredder. Will we get those? I don't know. I hope so. Only time will tell. So until we have those in our hands, play well everyone, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.